for asking.
I'm glad to finally get on here with you.
Nice. So, I haven't really been able to interview you and figure out. I get a little feedback. I don't know if is there another phone on?
Nah,
Okay,
this the only thing. Let me let me take it off of the car.
that's what it is. Mic check. Mic check. We good now? Can you hear me?
Now, could you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, all
All
right.
right. So, like I said, we wasn't able to chop it up. I think one time we was able to chop it up for like 10 minutes. So welcome to the show. Um, First and foremost, I want to give you the opportunity to, kind of explain how you got into the boxing world, how you got into this position, and all that.
Well, I got into the boxing world because my dad was a professional fighter, and so I was born into it. But he said I didn't have the discipline, so he taught me to be a coach as a kid. So he said that my son was going to be a champion. So that was the goal. I was groomed to train Floyd to be a champion.
Now, have you ever trained anybody else besides your son?
Yeah, I've been around training with quite a few people, quite like Cannon. Like it's a bunch of them, and I don't want to tell because if I tell, then there's certain other things might come out. So it's a couple of professionals I was around that I was like an intern learning from, under like Ronnie Shields and other people.
Right, right. So, let's talk about the amateurs. I'm pretty sure that you were, I'm in Schofield's corner the whole time.
Yeah, I trained him since a kid, since he was 2. Floyd started since he was 2 and started competing since he was 8. I seen all these amateurs that's out here now, um, because every weekend we will be at a fight. Every weekend, every other weekend. Floyd got over 300 amateur fights. So it's been a long process, about a 19-year process.
Okay, okay. So, last time we spoke, you said that you got picked up by Dave East before Golden Boy, correct?
No, we did a deal with Davies. We
Oh,
saw we formed our own company, FS Promotions LLC, and Floyd signed his own company. And so Davies, we had a matchmaker, Mr. Underwood, and he was working with Davies, and he said there's a company that could use your help marketing that company. In exchange, they could get your fights because I was paying out of pocket for my fights. So we went over to Davies and did a joint venture with them where we helped bring Davies on the scene, and that's what we done.
now you guys are from Cleveland?
No, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Floyd was born in New Jersey.
Okay, completely wrong. Because I actually had somebody from Cleveland talk about you guys, but I think they probably thinking about Abdullah Mason now that I'm thinking
Yeah.
about it. So, um, 300 amateur fights. What would you have to say? Like any high level names that we would know?
As far as amateurs or pros?
Amateurs, pros. I don't.
Um,
We don't. We know the
because
pros.
pros, as an amateur, he was helping the pros. He was getting like Devin ready for at 17. Floyd was in a pro yet. He got Devin ready for the Gamboa fight. Got Robert Easton ready. Got Adrian Broner ready. So since a teenager, he was helping the current pros at that time get ready for their fights. So as an amateur, all of them was there. Mason, we done fought the Mason brothers, beat them. We done. It's nobody out there that could sit there and say they beat Kid. And no amateur, like they beat him by records, some of them, but none of the big names. Um, it ain't it ain't really nobody out there. All
So
the really good ones didn't make it for some reason. I guess their marketing. All the really good fighters didn't make it in boxing.
how come? Why you believe that?
I think a lot of people don't have the resources. It costs a lot of money. I spent like $2.5 million getting Floyd to this point from that journey from 2 years old, and that's just scraping along. So it costs a lot of money. Then I got a good thing with me. I was in the music industry, so I gotta have a lot of friends and connections. So it was easy connecting to Rick Ross, who's Floyd's grandfather, like Floyd's grandfather, with all the celebrities to boost Floyd there. But most people don't have those resources like that.
So when you talk about like you said 2.5 million. Are you talking about
No,
opponents? Are you talking
I'm
about
talking about
shows? Are you doing your own shows? Like what's
in the beginning we was doing our own shows. The first Floyd first 10 fights we did on our own. We paid out of pocket. We got Davies as a promoter with us, and we do our own shows. We Davies actually built not a gym, an actual stadium within their building in a complex for us to throw our own shows. So when we formed with Davies, they built us our place here. Y'all throw your own fights. So that's why when we went to Golden Boy, we had negotiating power to do like we wanted to do because we was doing our own fights for a year. So now with Golden Boy, we get 4 fights a year. Um, so a lot of people don't know contracts because they wasn't in the music industry and stuff like that, and they don't have the resources. So those people didn't make it, and it was a lot of great ones.
would you have to say that you and that promotional team was kind of working hand on every fight on the card as well?
Yeah, because I select who Floyd fight. Nothing happened with Floyd, even with the Golden Boy thing, without coming through me. I tell who we fight. I run our show.
Or like you focusly on your son, or actually come like working on the whole card yourself as the promotion?
No, I hire partners to do that card thing because um, with these promoters, we're promoting their brand. That's why they come to us. We're an independent contractor with Golden Boy. They come so we could promote their brand. Um, so with me, it's just a lot of relationships. I got to deal with promoters. I got to deal with running his social media. I got to deal with our staff. I got to deal with the fighter. I got to train the fighter, manage the fighter. So it's a lot, but I run my own business.
So you said that you're like a subcontractor. How is that? There's a lot of talk about Golden Boy and how they promote black fighters. Do you feel because you are a subcontractor that you get treated a little bit different than some of the other fighters because of that?
No, because I got my own marketing team. See, a lot of fighters they don't realize that they're contractors. They don't realize that they their own business. So if their business not working, their market not working, it's because of that fight in their team. Because I have to pay out of pocket for a staff, a marketing staff, promotions, everything. Golden Boy don't pay none of that.
Now, as far as headlining is concerned, Um, how do you think how that, obviously Golden Boy will be taking care of the venue,
Hmm?
right? Where do you guys think you guys will be main eventing? Like in your hometown?
We already made an event already before, so we don't know if we go anywhere to main event. I mean, as long
So,
as like Tank could go anywhere and it's a main event. So I think once you build the name, you could go anywhere, and that's what we're doing now, building a name where he could go anywhere.
um, what main event did you guys have, if you don't mind me?
Virgil Ortiz got hurt. He was supposed to do the main event, and got like something happened, and
On the
they
San
couldn't.
Antonio charge?
I believe that was the one, and we ended up having to step up and do his main event. And before then, we was the co-main on a bunch of fights on the zone. So yeah, we done held main event, and that's our second main event. We did our own main event also in California, I believe, under Golden Boy, and sold it out. So Floyd been selling out his things when we were doing it independently. So with Golden Boy, he sell his main events out too.
Nice, nice. Um, you guys, let's see what we have here. Uh, when's your next upcoming fight?
We waiting to see what happened with that ad because
He's fighting.
we
Yeah.
fight him in November.
Yep.
Um, so we waiting to see as long as he win everything good. If he don't win, then we gonna fight September.
What do you think about his fight on the Jake Paul card? What is it, today or tomorrow? It's tomorrow. What do you think about that card, and what do you think about Ashton as a fighter?
Ashton is a fighter. Is see, I don't want to mess up his brand. So because I'm very blunt and I'm going to therapy, they teaching me not to talk so blunt. I'm dead ass serious. Um, Ashton, I believe is a C-level fighter. I
Okay.
believe he's. I ain't gonna give him DF or nothing. I believe he's a C-level fighter, but I just don't believe he'll be able to take Floyd power, speed, angles. I believe he's too slow.
You believe he's too slow?
Yeah, and so his card, I think they just giving him a tune up. They're giving him a tune up. I believe he hit hard for somebody that's stand there. I believe he do have a chance if he hits somebody. But our job is not to get hit.
So you believe that the guy that he has, the undefeated fight, I think he's from like Canada, I believe. You believe that's a tune-up?
I know that's a tune-up. The guy record, like if you look at his record, like the
Yeah.
people who actually fought to get the 19 fights is garbage. I mean,
Mhm.
they didn't fight nobody, and look at after they fought him, how many times they've been knocked out. So he haven't fought nobody that will really give him a challenge. I don't think they want to risk him hurting himself before November because that's a bigger card.
Yes, yes. That was my next question. Is so? Do you feel so? You believe that's like more of a patterned record for the casual fans, and he will be successful tomorrow?
Yeah, most of the records is padded records, but yeah, I believe he'll be successful.
What do you think about that fight with him and your son? Obviously, they. It seems to me, I was talking to their team. It seems to me that they're trying to reschedule that for another date. But as far as going against Ashton, what do you see in your son and him meeting in the ring?
Floyd gonna destroy him. Floyd gonna destroy him. And
Mm.
this is more personal. Like I don't like when fights get personal with Floyd because he's a warrior. He like bang, and I really want him to box. But this is personal. He gonna fuck Ashton up bad
Why is it personal?
because their dad and them. I mean, they was talking crap. They was talking crap. Like as far as when I can't go into too many details because their contracts have certain things in it. But they've been talking crap, and we can't talk crap about them per agreements. Um, but that's why it's personal. So we're gonna show what happened, and then we'll talk after about that one, so we don't get.
So I was listening to one of his interviews. He said that he could have went to Floyd Mayweather, but signed to Jake Paul. What do you think is the interest in all these big level names interested in Ashton?
I don't know because I wasn't there. I don't know if a Floyd Mayweather reached out to Ashton, so I have no idea. And if I was in their shoes, I would probably reach out to Ashton because he have 1 million followers. So they figure that he could sit butts in the seats, but I don't think those millions is really true.
So why fight him?
We fighting him strictly because Jake Paul called out Oscar about Oscar's number one prospect fighting his number one prospect, Ashton. And so they got into that, and then the dad reached out to me, and he just was like, yo, why don't we change boxing? Why don't we have two guys that's reaching their primes that never had a loss? Why don't we do it different and let the real ones fight instead of padding up records? And so I was like, cool, let's go. And that's why.
Okay.